Hello everyone, and welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be utilizing a couple of my new movie editing programs. A couple of new segments are going to be introduced into this, and just in general the review format is going to be changed around a little. So if you have any suggestions whatsoever, please let me know down in the video below. Send me a message or do whatever you have to do to let me know your critique on it. So with that, let's just dive right into it. In my contest in the past, I had a lot of requests to start reviewing a little bit more fragrances on the cheaper side. So with that, I'm going to give you a fragrance that was released in 88-89. It's an older fragrance. Some of you know it, some of you don't. It's none other than Sung Homme by Alfred. Here's the bottle. It has this shockingly purple juice that's contained within it. It says Sung Homme, the top right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Sorry. Whatever. It says Alfred Sung on the bottom. This is actually plastic. It slides up, slides down. The bottom doesn't have any serial information or anything like that. I wasn't able to find that, but it does have the company information, company name, and it has a 3.4 sticker on the bottom of this as well. So that's about it for the bottle. The sprayer is pretty good, pretty decent. Comes out, but I don't expect any longevity on this particular bottle or anything like that. But you can purchase this fragrance for anywhere between $10 and $20. Very cheap. You can purchase it from any particular website, any fragrance website. I'll leave a couple links to it below where you might be able to purchase it. Again, $10, $20, so it's very cheap. You'll be paying just as much for shipping as you do the actual fragrance itself. This fragrance, back to the fragrance itself, but I mentioned earlier that it was created by a company in Canada. Alfred Sung actually contracted this company out to create this particular scent as well as some other of his scents that are in his line. So I wasn't able to locate a particular parfumé, but the company is called Body and Scents, and they are a Canada-based company. So with that, let's just jump into the notes. Now, there's a lot of notes in this, and I have to actually read this off, and you'll see why. But the top notes of this consist of caraway, juniper berries, pepper, artemisia, basil, sage, bergamot, and lemon. The mid notes consist of aldehydes, carnation, jasmine, rose, pine needles, and geranium. And the base notes consist of leather, sandalwood, fir, patchouli, musk, oak moss, vetiver, and cedar. So as you can see from it, you get citrus, a lot of citrus in the top notes, a lot of florals in the mid notes, and a lot of woods in the base notes. So what does this actually smell like? This kind of smells like all of them at one point or another in this fragrance's development. So in the very beginning, you're going to get a little bit of citrus, actually a blast of citrus right to the face in the beginning. In the mid, the florals start to come out a little bit more as time goes on, and towards the tail end of the fragrance, after hours and hours have passed, you're going to get a lot more of the woods or the musk that's going to come out. But once all that is combined, a lot going on with it, overall, I'm just going to have to say that this smells a lot like Irish Spring. That's my impression of what this fragrance actually smells like. Kind of reminds me of old barber shop type scents, you know, the type that they kind of lather on with you when they're about to shave you, or after they're done, they kind of put this aftershave-ish. It's a little bit different for each place, but that's kind of the impression that I get from this particular fragrance. Get a little bit of citrus, get a little bit of woods. It's just along those lines. As for sprays, I would give this anywhere between 2 and 4 sprays. So any more than 4 sprays or applications on you, then it's going to get a little bit more cloying, especially during the summer if you choose to wear this. Which brings me to the season that you actually wear this. It's great to wear year-round. So it's a fragrance that will do just as well in the winter as it does in the summer. The only caution that I have is definitely in the summer when you first spray it, if you put too much on, you're going to quite possibly choke people out around you, especially if it's very hot around. So just keep that one in mind. As for occasion, this is a perfect work scent. It's not going to really offend anyone around as long as you apply it, within reason. It's not going to offend anyone around you. It's just going to be something that's there and that's pleasant. Not many people offended by it. Perfect work scent. As for other occasions, whether it be going out, whether it be night on the town, whether it be just casual, I don't really see it for that. I mean, yes, it does have that soapy scent, but it's almost like a soapy or an elegant type scent that kind of comes along with it. Not really much class, but it's about average. It kind of gets the job done. As for projection and sillage, for projection, it starts off very strong as far as projection goes, and people across the room will be able to smell that scent if you spray it on you there. So projection wise, starts off really strong, but then brings it down to above average type projection that people will smell you as you come past. As far as sillage goes, it doesn't really leave a scent trail despite having good projection. It's something that sticks pretty close to you and stays on you and doesn't really linger around after you've passed. So as for projection, not so good. I'm sorry, for sillage, not so good. Longevity, anywhere between 8 and 16 plus hours that you're going to get for this particular fragrance. So it's going to last you all day. You spray it in the morning, it's going to last you well until you well until you leave work. So definitely something that you can wear all day long. Again, this is one of those 80s powerhouse fragrances, so it sticks around for a long time. That's one thing that they really emphasized back then. As far as I covered season, but as far as age group goes, really any age can wear this particular fragrance, but I would say if you're on the younger side, if you're in high school and maybe even college, you might be forewarned that there are some people who do think this smells like an older gentleman, for that matter. This is something that they would expect an older person to be wearing. And by older, I really mean 40s, 50s, upward type. So just keep that in mind. You can wear it, just beware of that fact. So all of that out of the way, what do other people think of it? I used to have this particular section where I just describe it. Now I'm just going to show it to you. So here's what other people think. Go.
Sung Homme. The scent of this cologne has a scent of citrus, the faint smell of men's soap and aftershave. Something a strong and confident man would splash on when going out to conquer the world. This cologne makes me want to dress up in my loincloth, look in the mirror, and whistle at myself. Give it a B-.
3.
Okay. At first impression, I felt it was like really sharp, kind of citrusy, and then it reminded me of Irish spring soap. And my dad used to have chaps, like aftershave, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm not, like, it's a little sharp and citrusy and flowery for me. So in terms of a grade, I guess I would give it a B.
Go.
It's nice. I get a little bit of a hotel smell. Overall, I kind of give it a, I don't wear a lot of cologne, but B-. It's all right.
Go.
Great.
Okay. It's funny. It doesn't smell. It smells fine. It doesn't really stand out for me as extraordinarily positive or extraordinarily negative, or I don't know. It just sort of smells like cologne. I'm gonna give it a solid B. It's kind of average.
Start.
Don't like it.
All right.
Why?
Yeah.
Didn't minty. Didn't give me no wow feelings. It's.
Gotcha.
I use it.
8F, or what's your rating?
E.
Okay.
Well, hi there. Today I'd like to tell you about my rating for this new product. I smelled it and my first response was that it smelled like the familiar Irish spring soap. So that being said, I would say that it's an average smell. I'm not drawn to it, say, because it kind of gives off that smell of soap. But it's not necessarily a negative because there are a lot of folks that prefer Irish spring soap. However, for the purpose of a fragrance, I would lean against it, I guess. So I think I would give it about a D.
So for the Sung Homme, it smells cheap and terrible. It smells like something my dad used to use for his aftershave 15 to 20 years ago. it's actually quite strong. It doesn't smell good. It is how I feel about it.
Rating.
I would rate it a D minus.
So with that being said, as you can see, it got 2 Bs, it got 2 B minuses, it got a D minus, a D, and an E. So, you know, so it got remarks that are not so good at the same time, average, and, you know, a couple, yeah, it smells like a good fragrance. But as you can see, it's not something that really jumps out. But it is something that is at the very least an average scent that you could kind of work with, especially at work. But it's not going to jump out, and it's not going to impress people once, you know, they get their nose on this particular fragrance. So if I was to give this particular fragrance a rating, let's take it category by category. For overall scent, I give this one a B minus. B minus, C plus type area. You know what? Let's stick with C plus. I give this a C plus just because it is a nice, elegant, soapy type scent, but beyond that, you're really not getting much from it. Pretty average on that. So a little bit above average, C plus. Projection, this gets a B plus on it. Projects really well. Again, 80s powerhouse type fragrance, B plus. Ciliage, C minus. Doesn't really leave a scent trail around you, kind of sticks to you on it. So ciliage, you get a C minus. For uniqueness, this one gets a C. And the only reason it gets a C and not a D is just because of the fact that this is almost can be classified as a fresh fragrance, but is very powerful for that. So they're, as far as fresh fragrances go, they're not really known for being powerful, so it gets that for uniqueness. Other than that, no, not really. Longevity, A, sticks around all day and more, basically. So solid A for projection. I'm sorry, for longevity. For versatility, it gets a D. I can only see it for work. For compliments, this one gets a D as well for compliments. Doesn't really get that many compliments. Gets an average type rating for it. So overall, I'm going to give this one a solid C. For its value, though, you know, go ahead and pick it up. It's only $10 if you're a collector, thing like that. It is one of those older type fragrances. Go ahead and pick it up. If you're looking for a work scent, especially if you're looking for a cheaper work scent, go ahead and look in this direction. Very cheap, easy to pick up, smells like Irish Spring. That's about it. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free, leave me a message. Thank you, and take care of yourselves. Have a great day.